the repercussions of the Supreme Court decision are likely to be reverberating across this country for some time. Nick Reed, Hobby Lobby, are you still shopping there?
Well, when my wife forces me to shop there, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, you should. When was the last time you were there? It's quite a store.
Oh, it's been it's been a few weeks.
Okay, well,
I perused the aisle with the model planes in it for a little while.
Okay, if you ever want to talk to Nick's wife, you'll find her at Hobby Lobby.
Absolutely, yes.
The ruling that came down was a significant ruling for religious freedom in America, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, and it was, again, one of those 5-4 votes with the Supreme Court, and what it essentially said is it didn't gut the provision in Obamacare that required the birth control. What it said is that closely held companies are not required to do it. Hobby Lobby is a closely held company, meaning that it is essentially owned by one person. It's not a situation where there are shareholders and that there's a wide breadth of people that are in control there. Hobby Lobby is a very specific company with a very specific owner, and so the Supreme Court essentially said, we know what their beliefs are. We can tell what their beliefs are, and this is obviously an affront to religious freedom. When you're talking about a corporation with a large board of directors and shareholders, there's no way to tell what their beliefs are, so you can't really say it goes against their beliefs. But it is definitely a victory for religious freedom in this country.
How do you respond to those on the left who are saying this is just one more round in the assault weapon in the war against women?
I think that's a line they've been using for 100 years, really. I mean, it's been going on so long that anything that is an affront to liberal ideals is a war on women, according to the left.
I grew up not thinking women were so evil that you had to wage war against them. I don't know where that came from.
I agree.
Those of us on the right actually embrace womanhood and the equality.
I'm married to one.
Well, good for you. High five. That's a good start. Women have been marginalized by the National Organization for Women and women's rights and all those. They've actually diminished women, in my view.
I agree. The sad truth is that women are being used so much as a pawn, as you might say the tip of the spear for the leftist ideology.
To advance the leftist ideology.
Yes. Yes.
Isn't it interesting that when we talk about the war on women, it's only the war on liberal women? If you wage war on conservative women, well, that's okay.
Yes, certainly. There's no problem with a war on conservative women, and this ruling with Hobby Lobby is I think proof of that.
What do you say to people who, in view of this ruling by the Supreme Court, Nick, that declares Obamacare a violation of religious liberties? What do you say to people who have, in one measure or another, supported Obamacare?
I think that this ruling goes to the heart of Obamacare and the push behind it. It isn't just about health care, and that's where I think people have stopped short of seeing the full picture. It really is about the advancement of liberal ideology and the control of the federal government over our lives. And this is one of those times when, thankfully, we have a Supreme Court that stepped in and slapped it down. I think the people who are in support of Obamacare, particularly those who helped start it and sell it in the beginning, are those who should be taking a long look in the mirror to see really what it is they believe and what it is they're supporting.
With the recent ruling of the court regarding Obamacare, now followed by this one, it gives some of us some hope that maybe there is still some sanity in the Supreme Court. Or maybe it's divine intervention. I'm not sure. God can change the hearts of men, that's for sure.
I think there's some of both there, no question. It is when you're talking about a behemoth like Obamacare, there are so many things in there that can be taken apart one by one by one by one, and that really is the hope, is that you take the guts out of the program and there's no program left. So that is, I believe, where we're driving to.
Well, what would you say now that this part of Obamacare has been set aside? What would you say to the people who are promoting this repeal and replace?
I think, and I've heard someone say this somewhere before, that we ought to repeal it and replace those who supported it.
Yeah, amen. Well, that's my line. Thanks for taking it. Thanks for watching.